Cultivate internally for evidence externally. Jesus says, he who has ears to hear, let him hear. For those who would understand the mystery of the parables, at the core of every parable is a mystery, and that is, you have a choice. Every parable, every last one, go examine them, go read them all. Every last parable leaves the listener with a choice. Do you want to gain the treasure, or are you satisfied where you're at? Do you want to gain the kingdom, or are you satisfied with what you have? In Matthew chapter 5, Jesus releases the edict of the kingdom. Blessed are you. And he goes through all of the blessings that are afforded to those who will embrace the kingdom. These blessings are also disciplines that we have to take hold of so that we can walk in these things. And as the parables are put forth, it's an invitation to all who would hear. Are you going to enter, or are you going to stay out? This invitation from the parable of the sower is a call. Do you want to have the good ground? Do you want to be the good ground? God has abundant seed for you. He's willing to give you something great. Or has this world hardened you? Has this world busied you? Has this world choked out every good thing God has tried to do in you? If that's the case, something needs to happen to the ground. How do I get my ground better? How do I go from a highway into a field? Oh, great question. You have to come to the one who can turn a road into a field. What do I do if I'm just so hardened by all the tragedies and hardship of life, and it's made my soul a rocky place? Come to the one who will pull out every rock and plow the ground. What about this life? I am so addicted to the cares that this life has. Oh, my friends, let me introduce you to the great farmer. He's the best weed eater you'll ever meet. When he gets rid of those weeds, they're gone for good. But the invitation is, I have to yield the ground of my life. I have to be willing to be cultivated. Now, listen, your pastor has gone through some cultivation. I'm not going to write a book and tell you it was fun. If I did, I'd at least charge you $20 so I get something out of it, because I'd be lying. Cultivation isn't fun. When you come to the Lord and you say, remove the rocks, it hurts. When you say to the Lord, I don't want to be a traveling highway, I want to slow down, get ready for patience. When you come to the Lord and say, I'm tired of stuff choking my life out, get ready to be real bored. The Lord will work on you and He'll cultivate you, and it's a beautiful thing. It's a process of salvation, because what He does internally is going to start working externally. What good is it to go around saying you're a Christian and have nothing look like Christ? Who are you kidding? What benefit is that to you? You're saying something that's not true. Do you want to be like Jesus? Follow Jesus. You don't want to be like Jesus? That's fine. Be honest. You don't look like Him anyway. Come on. Be real. Be real. Like, there's some people, oh yeah, we were sent before the fast, all right? We were sent a clip before the fast. And this was of a churchgoer who absolutely adored her pancake breakfast. And her daughter calls a radio talk show host and puts him up to a prank. And he calls the lady imitating an associate pastor of the church who's taking away the pancake breakfast. She starts cussing him out. She starts calling him every kind of name. She throws an absolute fit. Absolute fit. And at the end, the real tragedy is the radio talk show host is laughing. And of course, that infuriates her even more. He's laughing. And he says, "Ma'am, I was just put up to this by your daughter." And she was furious. And my heart breaks for the radio talk show guy, because his impression of those who belong to the Church of Jesus Christ is that they are only Christian in word and not action. We've got to be careful about proclaiming something externally that's non-existent, because internally we didn't submit to it. It starts internally and then it works externally. And people will see. Every time you say yes to Jesus, people will see. I can't tell you how many times when I finally got out of my stubborn, forgive me for saying it, stupidity, other people saw. More lessons are caught than they are taught, church. And people will be ministered to by what you do far before what you say. How goes that old song? Be careful, little eyes, what you see. Be careful, little ears, what you hear. The Father up above is looking down in love. What a great lesson for us today. There is external evidence, church, and it's all the transforming work of Jesus.